5 as they empty the backfield here, go 5 wide. And Carr gets rid of it in a hurry, and it's too high and incomplete. Jourdan Lewis, the rookie, covering on the play. So it's 3 and out after Lynch had set them up with a 2nd and 2, and the Cowboys will come back after the punt.
Well, this is some of the aggressiveness I talked about in the open here. Just these outside corners and how physically they're playing right now. It's a great thing about being young. You haven't been burned a million times during the course of your career.
Fires, that's caught. And the ball comes out at the end of the play, and the Cowboys are all over it. But the Raiders wind up with it. So Crabtree had it,
Ruling
lost
on the
it.
field is a catch, fumble recovered by Oakland. First out.
So Crabtree, nothing new the drop, but at least he's able to recover it himself and picks up some extra yardage.
Chidobe Awuzie, and the other of these young corners, going to come up and knock this thing out. And if you're a Green Bay Packers fan, you're probably thinking that looked a lot like the final play of that game today. Somehow it falls right back to Crabtree. I like that, Awuzie. I think he is tip of the iceberg how good he's going to be. Big physical guy out there on the outside. Busted him, though.
Just to get it off on the blitz to the outside. The pass is hauled in, but a little shy of the first down. So Crabtree, on a play that needed 8, is only able to get 7.
Well, Derek Carr knew exactly what was coming. Everybody's yelling 30 because the blitz is coming off of here. But Crabtree doesn't take it deep enough, and Awuzie forces him out of bounds, and that's the end of that drive. So you're hoping your veteran player is going to force the issue. Of course, Awuzie knew exactly where he was trying to get to as well.
5 wide. Carr flushed out. Throws, and that's out of the end zone with 3 seconds. Crabtree the closest to it, but at least there's a little time on the clock. Del Rio looking for a foul, but won't get one, and they send out the field goal team.
Take a look at this action right down there. Crabtree, there was some action. Didn't know if Awuzie might get it.
His 4th season at the 21-yard line now. Off play action, buys time, throws, and incomplete. Lewis covering Crabtree. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, as long as you understand the full scope of this defense. So Jourdan Lewis, a young player on the outside, but there is safety help over the top. So he doesn't have to worry. You can see Jeff Heath come into the picture late there. So anything on a post, anything that goes deep, he's going to have safety help, and that's what I'm talking about. It's a frustrating defense to play against because typically you don't get those one-on-one opportunities against these young corners. Not many volunteers for that.
From the 2, throw a fade into the end zone, and it is hauled in by Crabtree for the touchdown. So the Oakland Raiders start the second half by going 90 yards.
And that's what makes goal line defense different, is down here, you don't get the safety help. Now it's just one-on-one, and now Crabtree's saying, yeah, now throw it up here. It's not that I can't beat that guy, I just can't beat them all back here.
7th touchdown catch, so a half that began with what looked like a Cordero Patterson. Scrimmage. And stays in the block and throws a nice block, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Michael Crabtree. Had Jourdan Lewis, the rookie out of Michigan, back covering on the play, 2nd down and 10.
Nice job by Marshawn Lynch here to come over and pick up this safety blitz. Has to come around his quarterback. You bring a safety blitz, that means man-to-man coverage on the outside. Carr saw it, just couldn't hit it. And once again, Jourdan Lewis there to make the play. Little push off by Crabtree, so this game's getting a little physical down the field.
3rd and 3. Carr going left, throws, and that's caught. That's going to be a 1st down. Crabtree. Lewis was covering on the play. 1st down for Oakland.
It's one of the great things about being young and flexible. You can make this turn and throw, and Derek Carr, when they practice this throw, they have to turn those shoulders all the way around. Watch him get those shoulders all the way turned to make an accurate throw.
Incurred a back injury early in the season, missed a game. Tight formation. Carr throws, and that is Crabtree. Touchdown.
That's a great route, Al. That's a great route. Watch all the things Crabtree does. Goes in motion, goes up like it's going to be a fade in the corner, even turns his head back to look over the inside, and then pushes and breaks to the out. So he had the young cornerback out there, Awuzie. Watch him look back like that, and that made Awuzie look up and gave just enough room for Crabtree to sneak into the corner of the end zone.
2 touchdowns for Crabtree tonight, both from 2 yards out, 7 catches on the night. Tavecchio with the extra point, and with 10.5 to play in the fourth. 17-17 in Oakland. Yards. Flushed out. Throws, and that's Crabtree along the sideline. No good. Awuzie with the coverage. It'll be second down and 10 with 70 seconds left. Can the Raiders stay alive? Need 10 on a 4th down here. Carr flushed out again. Signals deep downfield, and it is a flag for interference here because Jourdan Lewis was all over Crabtree. They get the call.
Pass interference. Defense number 27. Spot of the foul, automatic. First down.
Well, first the escape, but this is brilliance on the part of Derek Carr. He knew what he had, a veteran wide receiver against a rookie cornerback, and you take your chances. I'm not even sure that Crabtree was really trying to catch that as much as he knew if he worked his way back through Jourdan Lewis, he would get the call. Just inexperience on the part of Lewis and great experience on the part of Crabtree.
And when's the last time you saw a 55-yard penalty? And Carr, under pressure, avoids the sack, and he's going to try to run it in.
Oh, did he lose the ball?
Yeah.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a touchback.
This game basically came down to a piece of paper that was folded over and a first down, because otherwise it's the Raiders' ball on the 40-yard line, and there are a lot more scenarios for the Raiders to win than the Cowboys.
Well, this was the site of the Heidi game. Now it's the site of the index card game.
Holy Roller, there have been a few here.
Well, the Holy Roller was down in San Diego. But the Raiders have been involved in a few. A Sea of Hands.
Sea of Hands
Was another game that was played in this ballpark.
What a game.